Hello, welcome to Bonniehood Snail Farm. If this is your first time coming across our channel, kindly subscribe and like our videos, make your comments when necessary, ask questions, make inquiries, and do not forget to click the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we upload useful and interesting videos for your learning purposes. Today, we shall be talking about a very useful topic every snail farmer is interested to know, and that is how to reduce the cost of feeding your snails, specifically with tubers, especially sweet potatoes. From my many years of experience, I can say that sweet potatoes are the best source of tubers for snails. I said they are best because they hardly have any effect on the snails, unlike other tubers that will easily cause bloating of snails due to the high level of starch. But sweet potatoes are not like that. Sweet potato is one of the best food I serve to my snails. At least I serve them sweet potatoes at least twice a week. And the snails do very well. They love it and they do very well with it. It aids their survivability, aids their egg laying, increases their strength, their agility, and gives them a lot of stamina to do all the activities. And the good news is properly serving it saves you a lot of cost. In addition to that, you hardly experience bloating in snails when you serve them sweet potatoes. Hardly, despite the fact that it has a considerable level of starch. I am boldly saying this because I have tested this for several years and I've had a lot of results with it. So, when we talk about cost reduction, you can affirm that potatoes are one of the cheapest tubers you can ever find anywhere. And aside being cheap, it's one of the most favorite food you can serve to your snails. But the problem has always been how to preserve these tubers for future use for the snails. Because tubers will get rot within few days. And once they get rot, they are not suitable to be served to the snails. That will cause you a loss. So in this video, I'll be telling us what you can do to actually take care of that rotting aspect which cost you so much. The first thing to do to preserve your sweet potatoes from spoilage is to slice them finely into a big tray or a plate. Dry them under the sun properly or over the fire. Do this until they are very dry. Then you can pack them in a nylon and keep them in a dry place with a low moisture, and occasionally sun dry them once in a while. As long as they are dried, they can stay for several months, which will help you stop bothering about their spoilage. So whenever you want to feed your snails with sweet potatoes, what you have to do is you get some water, clean water in a bowl, and get some pieces of the dried sweet potatoes sufficient enough for the snails, and add them in the water and keep for at least 30 minutes to 1 hour for them to absorb enough water and get swollen before you put them back or put them in a pen for the snails to eat. In that way, they will still look fresh and enjoyable and delicious for the snails to eat. And in that way, it must have saved you from buying potatoes now and then. And it will save you a lot of money compared to the fresh ones that will get rotten within few days and be wasted. In this way, you may never have to waste your sweet potatoes again. And interesting enough, you don't have to buy sweet potatoes all the time, because when we talk about reducing costs, there has to be a real way of reducing cost. Now let me tell you this. I hardly buy sweet potatoes. What I do most of the time is I get the peels from those who fries, who roast, or sell sweet potatoes. They keep all the peels for me, and what I do is when I get them to the farm, I dry them just the way I have described in this video, and I keep them and use them over and over and over again. So this helps me to reduce cost so drastically. So I buy potatoes once in a while. Not just sweet potatoes alone. On a subsequent video, I will have to talk about how you can generally reduce costs, not just with the sweet potatoes I've discussed here, but also with the cucumbers, with the watermelon, with the formulated feed, with every other food snail eats. How you can reduce cost, how you can effectively use them, and how you can do all this without tearing your pocket. The truth is, if most of us farmers were feeding our snails the way most of you new farmers does, we wouldn't be in business by this time. I tell you. So calm down. You don't have to kill yourself to feed your snails. In our subsequent videos, we will also talk about how you can reduce cost feeding your snails with other type of foods, not only the tubers. So please subscribe to this channel to get useful videos like this. Thank you.